Greetings and salutations. This is Imperator Vespasian and his trusty sidekick.
Hello.
Bringing you the Christmas present I have been asking for the last 2 years, which is the American War of Independence battle set. Got a complete, I think, about 6 regiments of... Oh no, it's not, is it? It's Waterloo.
That stuff doesn't work for me. I'm just going to forget about what you asked for.
It's Waterloo, right. So, I have a sneaky suspicion that when Mum goes to you and says, "What does your dad want for Christmas?" and after spending 2 years of going, "Isn't that good? Look at this picture, isn't this cool?" Yeah, you go, "I want Waterloo." I mean, Dad wants Waterloo.
It's funny it says like that.
Is it? Is that what it is? Is that alright? Alright, so we've ended up doing Waterloo for some reason. There we go. Right, let's have a look at what's inside. Right. Okay, we're halfway there. Let's do a quick rundown. Firstly, we have a awesome bit here. What is it? There's the auto on, yes. Right, we have a quick reference book. You get this with the D-Day box for bolt action. Yeah, bolt action.
Yeah.
And we actually use the bolt action version of this all the time, don't we?
Yeah, we'll cut it out.
Because it's really useful. This will also be really useful for black powder. Funnily enough, when we started doing black powder again, I actually downloaded the PDF and printed it. This exact PDF, but not the Napoleonic one, but the what was it for? Who cares? Anyway, whatever we do with black powder, look it up. They will come in very handy as a quick reference guide. You also have casualty markers, which is useful for testing your morale. Then you have a rule book. This is probably a really cool thing. This is the Waterloo box set, which is sort of an addition to the La Haye Sainte box set. We've got the La Haye Sainte box set, and this is to sort of flesh out the troops. Instead of buying lots of individual boxes, you get quite a lot of really good stuff in this box, which is probably all we're going to need to do to actually play the La Haye Sainte game. So we might not have to buy many more things on top. We've more or less got it all. So this is the mini handheld rule book, which is totally awesome. Did I see War of Independence there for a second? Oh, I did, didn't I? That's War of Independence. Oh look, War of Independence. That's nice. Yeah. I'm not going to give up with this. It's a straightforward little mini rule book. We have, I think we've got 2 bolt action versions, haven't we? We've got 2 of the mini bolt action versions because of all the boxes you buy. A set of dice.
They're much smaller.
They're tiny dice. Actually, no, they're the same dice as we use for our bolt action.
No, they're not. They're tiny.
Are they? Oh, okay. Right. Nextly, a cannon. A British cannon, which is quite good. I like that. Then we have a huge amount of figures. Let's have a look. These are all British, I believe. Yeah, alright. British. You can use them as Hanoverians if you wish to. Let's have a look. Right. Yep, they're all British. They are French dragoons. French chasseur à cheval, which is basically French dragoons, whether you like it or not. There we go. During the invasion of Russia, the chasseurs ended up fighting entirely on foot. Hence, they don't wear cavalry boots. They wear infantry boots. Normally dragoons wear cavalry boots because cavalry boots are heavy. It stops you from falling off your horse. You try and hit someone with a sword without weighted boots and you will fall out of your saddle. So they wore heavy boots, but because these guys were trained to fight not on horseback but on foot, they wore infantry boots. Just an interesting point if anyone cares. And then French, right. The French are correct for Waterloo. They are in greatcoat. It's a shame you can't get British in greatcoat. That's the downer, isn't it?
No, because then we want to be able to hide in the grass when the guy came up the hill.
Yeah, in your red coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty obvious.
A field grey coat wouldn't have been better camouflage. Yeah, right. Yeah, the British Army is probably one of the most uncamouflaged armies ever, except in Africa. When we were fighting the Zulus, we carried on wearing the red uniform, even though the rest of the army had changed to khaki, because the red was actually good camouflage. Because the terrain was a reddy colour, and the red uniform became good camouflage for our troops. You didn't know that?
No.
No. Whereas the Zulus wore huge white things, white feathers and stuff, so they stuck out like a sore thumb.
And screamed a lot.
Yeah. So we were able to just machine gun them in their tens of thousands until eventually we won.
Still didn't work.
No, not at the beginning.
No, ammo.
We ran out of ammo and they massacred us. That's good
We
British.
saved the British flag though. That was good.
Colville tried to escape the British flag. He died.
And then just before he died, he shot the person with the flag, and it fell in the river.
Yeah, that flag floated down the river. The regimental flag was captured by the Zulus and handed over to the British by the Zulus as part of a peace offering. Because Kitchener thought the flag was important to us for some reason.
Because we made one.
Yeah, we just made another one, don't care. Military-industrial complex of the British Empire, mate.
Well, we did fight for that one flag at the beginning.
Yeah, because if the regiment loses your flag, the regiment is disbanded.
Well, there's only one regiment.
The regiment was massacred.
There's one man left and he got killed in the
Yeah,
end.
so it didn't make any difference in the end.
And the officers are all dead.
Well, they had it coming, didn't they? Right, we have the Waterloo Book, which isn't the same as the other book we've already shown you in the last video. This is actually a complete rundown of the battle, and it's got loads of stuff in. As you can tell, I've already been in the box, so, you know, I kind of cheated. There's the High Sant. I really like the flags you get in the other box. I think they're really useful. Yeah, they're the guys. There you go, Chasseur de Cheval, I told you. I know I've already been in the box, but I didn't actually look that up. I just No, honestly, I didn't. I honestly didn't.
Too late now, you've already confessed.
Look, it says something in French there. Le garde, recul, forward. Yeah. Right. This is basically what you get in the box. It's quite good. And they're the glorious Allied Landwehr marching to their fate, who actually stopped the French. A bunch of Landwehr who've never fought before stopped the French.
Well, the French are pretty dumb.
Well, they were led by pretty dumb people, regardless of what anyone says.
Nay, I'm going to destroy all our cavalry. Yay!
Yay!
With no infantry support. Woo!
No, that wasn't Ney's fault.
If Ney
It was the other general. No, the other corps commanders were like, I'm not getting involved in that. So they just ignored it. They just did nothing, because they were scared of being blamed.
Not just that, they already knew it was a trap.
I think Diallo probably figured it out. But
No, he didn't.
Van Damme didn't. He was just marching around
Running
pointlessly. It's just God, Waterloo is the French army at its worst. Because the glory that was the French army, which you read about in all the history books, was not what happened at Waterloo. The generals were, the marshals were useless. Most refused to take a decision by themselves because they didn't want to get blamed. They honestly were.
And they all got Napoleon, threw him in the back of a carriage, so they could blame him instead of themselves.
Yeah, because had Napoleon stayed on the field, his glorious troops would have died, and Napoleon would have died, and then all the French marshals would have been hung. So instead, you keep Napoleon alive, you know.
So they saved your own skin.
Yeah. Would we have had the Nuremberg trials had we caught Hitler? So there's no reason for them.
Yeah, but Hitler had good generals.
Yeah, he did have some good generals, which was lucky for Hitler.
Like, yeah, no, I'm going to stay in Russia. I'm going to die here. Nah, you're not.
No, you're not. Anyway, you need your teeth doing. Just lay back, I'm going to inject you.
Yeah.
You won't fall asleep, I promise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't wake up in Berlin.
Yeah. Twice they did that to him and he fell for it both times. Yeah, what an idiot. And they say he did nothing wrong. I don't know.
And Rommel was assassinated. Okay.
Yeah. It's awful, isn't it? You kill off your best generals.
Because you don't like him.
No. Rommel knew about the plot to assassinate him, so he was implicated. So it's argue about it. So yeah, you get a load of French infantry, 2 regiments of French infantry, or 2 regiments, battalions, units, whatever you want to call it. I know some people say that's not a regiment was 600 men. Yeah, well, what if each man's 20 men? Then it's a regiment, isn't it? So deal with it. So you get 2 regiments of infantry, French infantry. You get 2 units of French cavalry. You get 3 units of Allied infantry. I think 1 British, 1 Hanoverian, and 1 Landwehr. Quite good. Oh, and a cannon. So decent stuff. And just the right amount of troops to back up our La Haye Sainte.
I'm going to win again, by the way.
You won every time we played Waterloo. The Belgians won Waterloo when you played.
Yeah,
I can't believe the Belgians.
I got one of the worst cavalry ever.
Yeah.
Just walked right past the guard, right past the lancers.
Well, you ignored the guard. You went round them.
And then took Napoleon and brought him back.
That's only because you got impetuous charge, and for those who don't know, Belgian cavalry were the worst cavalry in the world. They were all toffs, led by toffs. They're even bigger toffs. Yeah, you got in the cavalry by being posh. No martial skill whatsoever, and at Waterloo they were utterly useless. But when he played them, he just rolled such good dice, and I rolled such bad dice. He took the centre and won with a cavalry charge. In fact, you didn't even plan the cavalry charge. The cavalry charged themselves.
I think it's a distraction, so I can actually do something more cool. But they did it.
Yeah, and my morale just failed one after another. So yeah, that's everything you get. Any comments?
No, that's it.
That's it. I'm not going to go. I haven't gone into detail on the actual figures because I'm going to do that in
singular.
The follow-up videos. There's no point because it's not a normal unboxing, like unboxing French infantry and saying that's the sprue, because these sprues aren't the same as the other sprues. You don't really get options with these sprues. They're just a figure. They're a sort of simpler version, and all you can really do with them is turn them into what they are. So there's no real point doing a video on the actual sprues. They're all everything on the sprue you use. So instead I will do a video on each regiment as I get it painted, and I'll show you the regiment, what it looks like assembled and done. Yeah, I think that's the best way of doing it. Our biggest problem is I'm not sure how we're going to base them, because everything else we do on clear plastic bases. I'm not sure whether or not to use clear plastic bases on these particular Napoleonic troops. We could do, but I'm not sure. Partly because we're going to be doing a lot of fighting around La Haye Sainte and things like that, and I'm still making my mind up how we're going to play the game.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will get back to you on that when I start painting them. And you probably don't understand what I'm talking about. You will do when you see the figures. So no questions?
No.
No. Do you think it's good value for money?
We'll find out, but by the looks of it, definitely.
Yeah, you get, well actually, you get all that. This large.
How much is it?
I got a clue, I didn't buy it.
Might buy it. I spent on
about
£70,
I think, something like that, 60, £70. Certainly, you get everything you need. If you just got this box on its own, it would be enough to play games of Black Powder.
Yeah.
And then all you need to do is get another box of infantry for each side, maybe a box of cavalry for the British. That's about it. And the great thing about the British, of course, all the British cavalry you can use as KGL, because they use the same uniform. So you can use a lot of troops for KGL, and a lot of the cavalry at Waterloo were KGL. The British light horse, they were actually a mixture of all sorts of different cavalries from all over the place. There were Scots mixed in there. The Scots were mixed with Germans and Belgian cavalry. It was a real mix. But anyway, that's for the video. Nothing else to say?
No.
That floorboard's squeaking.
Yeah, and it moves a lot.
Yeah, but we just discovered why it was wobbling. Sorry, the last video. Never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, you already said that in the beginning of the video.
Did I?
Yeah, yes.
You see, this is
no,
what
you said you discovered it, and then you just.
I forgot to tell you what it was. I forgot to tell you what it was. Yeah, it was a squeaky floorboard. There you go. That's the gripping New Year we've had.
And we just put it on there, so it might start wobbling.
Oh right, good point. Good point. Forgot about that. Right. Thank you very much for watching the video. Over to you for the outro.
So if you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the Waterloo.
I can't help it. It's doing it. It's not me.
Waterloo. What is it? This box set?
Yeah, this is the Waterloo box. It's the Waterloo box set. Literally the Waterloo box set. It's a starter box for Black Powder Waterloo. Obviously, you don't have to use it for Black Powder. A lot of people ask us, can you use this for this other rule system? Yes, you can.
You do it all the time?
Yeah, I do it all the time. We often don't use... most of our YouTube videos, we use Black Powder rules and stuff to play with, but we don't always use that. That's it.
Yep. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the... I already said this.
You are? Sorry, yeah. God, it's been a really, really long week. Christmas to New Year's is a really long week, and I'm going to go to bed now. Actually, I'm going to have something to eat. Right, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
See ya.